Now, Bristol,
How's
sports scientists.
Oh, they annoy me.
And tell us why.
Oh, Dame, I don't know about you, how close you've got to any. I don't even know whether any of them are any good blokes or whoever they are, but they just
I know quite a few, BT. I reckon
stuffing our game. They've infiltrated our game to the detriment of our game, Damo. They've changed the sport forever. When you look at some of the things that they've done, and some of the things they're responsible for in our game that we no longer see. We no longer see one-on-one contests. You know, Roach versus Dench or Lockett versus
Do you want me to
Langford.
cut in on this, or do you want to have your say first?
I'll just keep going with a few, and then you can let me know what I think. One-on-one contests no longer. Interchanges. Their game plan required high-intensity running, where they went the interchanges to 150, 160 a game. High marking is now less prominent as a result of the running requirement from these mad scientists. Body shapes are now all the same. They're all lean. We haven't got some thick-set, fatter guy playing on a skinny guy and he's going to test him out, you know, Richo style in the fitness stakes anymore. They're all the same. They're all just clones. Athlete first, footballer second is their attitude. They don't understand the tactics of the game. They just say, you come off now, you played 91% of the game, time for you to come off, come over here, stand next to my computer, and I'll tell you when you can go back on. Don't worry that the game's got 1 minute to go and they're down 3 points and Dangerfield's sitting on the bench, and that has happened before. They push players towards drugs and not alcohol because of the skin folds.
Hang on.
No, the players will tell you if they were honest with you and privately, their skin folds are the reason.
You had me to that point.
Yeah, you can't.
Goal kicking has suffered, given players usually trying to recover at the time they're kicking a goal because they've just spent their guts running from one end to the other because the man said, you've got to give us high intensity running. Give us high intensity. They've removed the skill focus and replaced it with a running focus. They have muscled in on, you look at the basketballs and the NRL and all that sort of thing. Their game hasn't changed. Soccer, EPL's still the same as it was. They haven't let sports scientists come in and completely stuff up the game.
No, it has changed.
They have changed our game for the worst. Most of them have little or no appreciation for the game. They're self-centred. They're overeducated, soy latte sipping mung beans, Brunswick Street knobs. That's all they are. And they're too highly educated for our game. Get rid of the sports scientists and have a good old phys ed teacher.
Look, I don't think we have to get rid of them, Brian, but I took a couple of them.
Mung bean.
Soy latte sipping.
Mung beans.
Brunswick
Overly
Street
educated.
Wanderers.
There's nothing wrong with them being educated.
No, but they're over-educated and they get down there, Spud, and I'll tell you, it's not the coach telling the players to come off. I've been and sat next to the bench when it's happening. It's these guys, and they're not even watching the game. They're at the other end pointing to James Frawley up there saying, James, quick, your percentage is going to dry up. Quick, get off the ground. And he sprints off and uses all his energy sprinting off and sprinting back on.
I think you should take one statement back, that they push players to drugs. So I think remove that from your argument.
I reckon because of the body shapes, I'm actually going to go hard on that. Because of the body shape that's required to play football, that's one reason why players don't get on the grog like we used to.
Well, explain that to the layman then, what you're saying there. Because I know what you're saying, but explain that to the listener.
Well, the drugs, the illicit drugs don't have...
They're diuretic.
They don't have a fat content. They're not going to allow you to put on weight. Whereas if you go and drink 35 pots, you're going to put on a bit of weight.
Well, I don't think you blame the sports scientists for that
one of
aspect
the things.
Now, BT, at Triple M Footy, the Twitter handle, Jamie Barnes, who is, under his own words here, currently working as an exercise physiologist and high-performance football coach in Melbourne. He's taken you to task.
Oh, good on him.
He's happy to sit down and have a chat with you about how wrong and generalised your summary of sports scientists are. And what that segment has just shown is that how little understanding Brian Taylor has.
Well, I will say this. What's his name?
Jamie Barnes.
Jamie? I have been watching football for a long time, and I have seen you guys take our game to the brink and almost tip it over the edge. Thank goodness the AFL are fighting back, as you guys have just pointed out, in other ways, and we're gradually bringing it back into the control of the coach.
Well, I've got Squid Finger here. He says, let Spud go. The following segment, taking him down, is pure gold. So Squid Finger.
Who's that?
Bristle off the long run. There's some nice feedback we're getting here, Spud, for the show.
It's not the feedback that I like, though.
Don't forget.
It might be nice for you.
But suckers, too.
Yeah, what about bet responsibly, of course? I tell you what, someone's... Anyway. Big nose again. Suckers.
Every
time we've tipped
did that get done?
Yeah.